Happy Sabbath.
Happy Sabbath.
How's everyone?
Good.
What's the Sabbath already, is it?
Yep.
I knew it today, I knew it. Happy Sabbath, Gabby. It's well done, my good and faithful servant. Enter into thy rest. Happy Sabbath, Till. Well done, my good and faithful servant. Enter into thy rest. Happy Sabbath, Hamza.
Happy Sabbath.
Well done, my good and faithful servant. Enter into thy rest. Wow. What a week. I did know it was Sabbath today for a change. And I did know that I was present. What I didn't know is that Nan was going to be a complete bitch. And she is. And it's a pretty hectic week because she's got a microphone in her car. She's been trying to get evidence that I've broken some sort of law, ABA or personal restraining order against the neighbours have against me. Whole things are set up to cover up their involvement in porn, raping my wife, selling drugs, and just police corruption under the names Sheedy, who's a police officer, Sergeant Drawn, and a couple other, Sergeant Butler from Maui, and a few police stations have converged to make our lives a living hell in order to get rid of me out of Warragul because they know I speak up. But it's, as the good book says, MJ, if you can go through the concordance, be careful with that book. It went through all the pantries without a scratch or mark on it. No, don't move it, you can just do it there. Look up the verse. I just said be careful with it. If you can't do it, I'll get Gary to do it.
I can be careful with
it. Do you want to
it.
do references?
Yeah, sure.
Do you want to do references?
Yeah.
You think you can handle it?
Mm-hmm.
Or you're too weak at the moment?
Okay, alright.
I only ask you because I do know that you've had a hard week and you're very tired from your disease, which Nan caused when she kicked us out of the house, made us go and live in the streets, and we ended up in Darwin and you ended up nearly dead, so that was part of Nan's fault. And this week she did her worst again and dissolved all relationships, and that's it. We're done with that again. We gave her the flick. She was not before she was able to get some nice, healthy spears into the sorrows into the heart. She managed to inflict some damage before she bailed out on us, and once again let us down. So our list of allies has grown thin, and we are in a very serious mood today. Why, in many ways. You need to stop your crap. Throw that in the bin. I've had a good talk to Nadine about you, Tilly. You get the camera on the cell. And what do you got to say for yourself in regards to putting this family under pressure that it doesn't need to be put under at the moment?
I don't mean to.
Does that make it right? Or okay? And that's your explanation, is it? Okay. We'll leave it at that then. I say power to the people. I'm not interested in police who want to set me up just to get me out of the area, because they want me out of the area. Why do they want me out of the area? Nan, police informer all her life. She's got her Brittany taking over that role. They offered me to do it. I said no, shove it up your ass. I told them to get Uncle Bill to do it. He tried. He's nearly dead in hospital. And this is what happens when you want to join the police and be registered informer. You destroy your family. Not one of her children lives in her house. She's got one of her daughter doing life in prison for murdering her own husband. And everyone else involved is running for cover. No one's in hospital dying at the moment. The other one just took heroin into her brother, and that last shipment of heroin will kill him. Responsible Janet Archer. Poor old Billy. My mum roped him into so many evil things, including raping your mum, my wife, Carol Jibazell. Not only Carol, but her police contacts Robinson, or Robbo they call him around here, from Druin Police Station. Absolute rat. Complete wanker. tried to make friends with me 12 years ago when I was walking down Normandy Road. Pulls over, Michael, I just want to talk to you. I said, piss off, pig. Don't talk to me. You're a scumbag. Ever since he's been up in trouble because I refuse to become a police informer. I'm happy to be a true and faithful witness, but I will not become a registered police informer. I won't do it. I'd rather go to prison and rot for the rest of my life. But having said that, I also don't break the law. I get a lot of trouble not to break the law, even though they're constantly trying to set me up, like this current situation where they're trying to say I communicated with Dylan Sherwood when I didn't. I might have yelled out that he's a dildo in my own home. It's true, it is. But I yelled that in my own home. If he's too close to listen, then he's breaking boundaries. And there's no one on the order that says I can't defend my children. When they're surrounded in our house, looking for something to boost me on. Bullshit. Absolute crap. Stuff Shady, stuff Robinson, stuff Judy Archer, who's not even an archer anymore. Since Dad died, that marriage is no longer recognised in heaven or earth, and she's there just a McDonald, just a rat, just a registered informer, trying to make our life miserable so we leave. They don't care about the fact that Gabby is too emotionally weak or physically weak to survive the move. They couldn't care less. They don't care about you, Gabby. Put on Gabby. I don't know how Gabby feels about it. Yeah.
It's something that I accepted and learned, sadly, a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. Alright, can someone hit the 40-minute timer? Hit it up for 20 minutes. We're going to break a divine service. Do you want to finish what you're saying? Whilst just...
Yeah, it's unfortunate that we've had to go through it again, but I stopped getting my hopes up. Or trusting in a long time ago, as I said.
Well, it's not only that, she's recruited an entire army against us, including those corrupt coppers, and all they do is with the Ablets, the Gary Ablett family, the great Gary Ablett footballer. You got Sheedy, Sergeant Sheedy, he's Kevin Sheedy's brother, little brother, and they all just think that they're just these great people. They're not. All they're doing is selling drugs for Greg Hood and people like that, and just being complete scumbags, raping people's wives, uploading it on the internet. You can find all the videos on the internet of these guys, and they also are the ones who made me run the gauntlet in 2017. Thinking that was a lot of fun too. So that was them. That was Sheedy himself who took he took the shoes off me. He took my ID off me. He took the keys off me. Car keys off me. Took everything off me. Made me run the gauntlet, and they chased me around all night, tried to kill me. He's also the guy in those cars that night. Remember the cars that night when we had to drive around all night and the cops chased us everywhere? All over?
Yes.
And we went to the police station to get help, and there's no police in the police station. Now you know why. They were all in the cars chasing us. I told you that, didn't I? Huh? Because they were raping your mum. That's all there is to it. Matty Ablett put a video of himself raping your mum on the internet. Matthew Ablett is the nephew of Graham Ablett, the Hells Angel, who's in with Cheedy. Right? So was my dad, Bill Archer. But he's dead, and there's no one to take over. There's no one with half a brain to take over. They wanted me to take over, and you know what I said to them? I'd rather die an honest man than live a dishonest life. Dishonest coward. And we don't need police, we've got Jesus Christ to save us from all that. And you know who else agrees with that? Carol, the victim of their disgrace and their dishonourable and abominations. She's paid the ultimate price for just for being in league with them. And so shall all who get involved with police. There's one thing I read in a good book, it's called From Gutter to Glory, or a better book and a better reference would be Nicky Cruz's book, The Cross and the Switchblade, where he says in there, if you You never work for the police or become a registered informer. You never do that. Because when they're finished with you, they'll toss you away. It's death. And it's death. Because if they catch you in the prisons, you're dead. If they catch you out in the streets, you're dead as well. There's no walking away from it. And they'll only use you up as long as they can. And once they can't use you anymore, they'll start getting sick. You turn on them. You don't want to deal with them anymore. It's death. That's how they dispose of the people who they can no longer use. That's the police. You never work for the police. Also, they are the accuser of our brethren in court, which is Satan. The name Satan is the accuser of our brethren in court. That's what the word means. I would like you to look that up. Someone can Google it. If it's possible, you can get your computer out, start Googling stuff for us. MJ, if you can look up that reference, please. The one that says, no weapon formed against thee shall prosper, and neither shall any word spoken against thee come to pass. But you know that reference, I'll read it out. Okay? Because nothing they threaten us with is going to come to pass, and nothing they attempt to hurt us with is going to penetrate God's armour. We're fine. As long as we stand our ground and stay here in this house, as God, your mum provided us before she died, we'll be fine. At the moment they're trying to set me up on a charge where it looks as though I've breached a PSI. I haven't breached that PSI. We're going to fight it in court, and thank God we've got Paul Bailey stepping in. John Verhoeven's been sacked from the case because he's clearly working with some of these police, they're his friends, and the conflict of interest has made it impossible for me to submit a not guilty plea because of the obstruction of justice provided by John Verhoeven and his office and things like that. So I'm pleased to announce that we now have Michael Coleman, senior lawyer at Paul Vale Criminal Law, the Melbourne firm. So they're up against Melbourne, basically. That's enough about that. Let's get on with the song.
Can I tell you the verse?
Yes, the verse, please, MJ.
Isaiah.
Put it on you. Put it on you.
The verse is Isaiah 54, chapter 54, verse 17.
And what's it say? Let me go. Let me turn it. What's it say?
Isaiah 54, 17.
So now we get the song. This is the Divine Service. I know I'm a very funny guy. We're a very funny family. The simple fact is, you are amazing children, and I'm an amazing family. They are not amazing. Poor Uncle Bill is paying the price. These wankers next door, I couldn't care less about it. We're just going to love our neighbour. I don't care who the neighbour is. We're going to love our neighbour. What is it, mate?
Isaiah chapter 54, verse 17.
Thank you, MJ. I noticed, incidentally, last week, I noticed that Karen's boyfriend left. He's gone. And she's got a new one hanging around. And she's on the ice, so just be careful. So he's on the ice, but not mess with her when she's on the ice. She's a moron. They're all on the ice next door. Oh, also, good stuff happening. Bo Price got pulled over. Yeah, he got busted on ice. So, praise the Lord. That happened 2 days ago, so can we get a reaction from the crowd, please? Congregation. No, Isaiah 54, chapter 54, verse 17. And we also reported Jason's son for beating up a guy, which we will show at the end of the service if we can. Jacob's. You got your computer? Can you get Jacob Archer's upload? And we might even show that during the service, if we can. So Isaiah 54:17, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. And that's the King James Bible, and that's exactly what's going to happen, because we've got Paul Bailey. Port Vale. I've had them before. We destroyed the police. Destroyed their crappy allegations. Slaughtered them. They sent in a barrister. And this is the same, it's related to the same stuff. So there's a case happening. We need to get media involvement too. That's on you. So anyways, let's get on with the song, eh? Where's my tambourine, please, eh? If I can have my tambourine, please.
Yes, can we?
You want to pray first? Yes, of course we do. So all those who could kneel, if you could kneel, and make the appropriate adjustments we put in. At the same time, I would just grab this matting here. If I would, if you would. Thank you. So, here we go. You might want to grab yourself some matting. Dear Lord, we kneel before you, Lord, because you are the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And we pray that you give us a mouth to speak your words today. And point the things out, expose the wicked, do whatever needs to be done, cut, put a hedge around us, dividing us from duty in a camp, which includes all those people I mentioned earlier. Strengthen us, Lord, to resist and overcome this coming trial and conflict. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Song number 1. Song number 1 will be from the hymnal. Got my tambourine, please, enjoy.
Yes.
Will come from the hymnal. What a friend we have in Jesus. And that is on page. It'll be on page. What is it? 499. Thank you, sir. 499. And they thought we couldn't worship God on the Sabbath. That's all you can do on the Sabbath. That's all a man can do on the Sabbath. Yes, they are nasty people, Gabby, you're right. But we don't have to live with them. You've got my word. We won't be living with them. Okay? Pretty serious stuff, isn't it, Gab?
Yep.
Hurts, doesn't it? What they do. Kills. You're living evidence of that. Everyone knew that too, doesn't it? But Lazarus. Mary Magdalene. But unlike her, my mother, we have a real saint, and that's you, Gavin. And you too as well, but you're Saint Gabriel. What can we have sing one more?
Yeah.
You might do that afterwards. So thank you. Love the Holy Polish. In future, if we could get you girls to stand up and sing as the choir during the songs from the hymnal. If that's alright. If not, that's fine, Gabby, if you want to just want to take a chair over there. Just that I want everyone on camera when that's happening, if that's okay. Don't want to put you out until. Good. Appreciate that. Yes. Doing them ones. And see, it's hot in here. Is it hot in here or is it just me? Well, I knew it was going to be a nice day. I walked out the back this morning, it was so foggy. Just the light. Is it the light? And there you go, we're through our first half. Now, we go on with the sermon. I want to announce that there are two bands in the house. There is the band, house band, and there's the air band. The house air band, because we are at the gospel of the supper of the poor, the supper of the gospel of the poor, and we can't afford instruments. That's all there is to it. Even my tambourine, it's missing so many of these tiny little cymbals, or what do they call them?
Symbols.
What are they called?
I just call them cymbals.
Cymbals, tiny little cymbals that are missing.
Cymbals,
And we can't afford to replace them because we're too poor. And even Centrelink, this Josh Costa Bar, is hunting like a wild animal, trying to dislodge us from our home in order that they may destroy us completely. It wasn't enough that they destroyed Carol, they want to destroy us all. We're not going to let that happen. I want to say that God has saved us though from all this because we got Nadine. And Nadine is a wonderful counsellor. We no longer have to put up with David Winfield, the raping psychologist, or Mum and her corrupt police, drug dealing police. We don't have to put up with anyone. All we have to do is stay true to the Lord and be true and faithful witnesses to what's really going on. We can do that here at our channel, so I'm really happy about all that. Can I get a drink of water, please, Till? That'd be great. So what's next, MJ? Announcements? Is there any announcements this week?
Yeah, there are a few.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you want to come and do that? Whilst I play on the drums?
Yeah, so announcements are, of course, we've said this one, but we are switching from John Behoven to Michael Coleman from Paul Bell Lawyers, so that's good. We've finally got a better lawyer, one who actually works on the case
Thanks.
and doesn't just try to make deals and negotiate with everyone. Be the
We don't negotiate with tourists.
better man. Secondly, the health commissioner. You wanna?
Health Commissioner's absolute turd.
Yeah.
His name is Stephen.
David Nuttall.
David Nettle.
Nuttall.
Nutter. An absolute waste of space down at the Health Ombudsman's office, and we're going to put it online, but you'll be able to see the video that we submitted to him, and he said that there was no complaint to be made. His solution was that Gabby can go into the clinic. What's it called? Where is it?
Victoria Street Central Clinic.
Well,
It's Victoria Street Clinic.
Victoria Street Clinic, but I'm not allowed to go for no reason at all. They tried to steal my phone, but I'm the one who's been kicked out, so we have to take that further to the next step. And because it's just poor bashing again. It's as a result of the police putting flags out against me because I complained about them and the brutality against MJ. I complained for IBAC. So in response to that, they've done all these things. And who cares? Do you care, Gabby? Because look, and can you look up the verse, MJ? Blessed are you when you are hated of all men for my sake. In that day rejoice and do not despair. And that's exactly what I intend to do. Rejoice because we've been counted worthy of the persecution we're receiving. So let's rejoice, because I'm pretty sure the devil wants to get us down so he can get us out. Down and out. But let me say here and now, let it be known that the hand that tries to strike us from this land will be swiftly cut down. MJ?
The verse?
Yep. What's the verse, please?
Blessed
Did you Google that thing?
man shall revile and hate
What
you.
was it again?
Matthew 5.
Jacob answers upload of what the? Basically. It's a neighbour punching into a little kid. This happened during the week and we managed to capture it on film.
And then the mother,
You can hear my mum and her comments.
but the mother of the child who bashed the little poor kid up,
Also,
ganged up with the kid that was bashing the kid up, and also bashed the little kid up. So,
we were just disgusted by the cowardly attack of her drug-affected son, whose dad sat in his house and refused to come out because he was on ice. So that was also noted by us.
it was quite revolting.
His behaviour was revolting. So Matthew 5. What does Matthew 5:11 say? Bless the we. Does it say bless the we? When men shall revile you. How long's that?
20 minutes
All up.
so far.
It's been 30 minutes, hasn't it?
It
26.
was 20 minutes.
Blessed are you when men shall revile you and persecute you and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost his savour, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass away, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. And we are dealing with the law in this case as well. They're throwing stones at us, literally. They're stoning us with their accusations, and they are false. So it's interesting though that all the worms came out of the woodwork, and they would dare to be identified. The sheep, Sergeant Sheedy, you know. We'll have that. You've got to have that badge stripped off his uniform before his time's done. And the likes of Butler and all the rapists around here, and drug dealers, police, some of them, Jimmy Kilgour works for them, Trish Archer, Judy Archer, all police informers registered, Billy Archer, Brittany Auditory, all these people are registered police informers working for Robinson, Drawn, and Sergeant Sheedy as well, and which is connected to, once again, I'll repeat that, Matthew Ablett's family, Gary Ablett, Graham Ablett, the Hells Angel, all that sort of stuff. So that's what you got. Up across the road from Mum's, you'll notice there's the Marshalls, and Wendy Marshall's uncle is also a Hells Angel. So don't doubt it. And they just think they run the world. Well, they don't run this house. You know? Mm-hmm. And so good luck trying to get us out, because we ain't going. Gabby's too sick, I'll just tell you this right here and now. Gabby's too sick to move. You're flogging a dead horse. You should have killed me in 2017 when you had the chance. And it's the kangaroo that you miss that you'll never kill. personnel kangaroo shoe the same, in case you're wondering. I think which Gabby reminded me of during the week, Gabby. Thanks, Gabby. Had a good talk with Nadine. She has helped convince me that moving is the wrong thing to do. So we're going to get on with our song now. Our airband song. Is that correct? Or will we go out on that? No, we'll say it's part of the singing today, I feel.
Yes.
Right, we'll go with that. So everyone who's involved with that, please stand up. And know this, we will not register ourselves as police informers. Get over it, copper. That's why you wear the fallen star, because that's what you are. A fallen star. You know, the 5 pointed stars upside down. Unlike Nick Kelly, we do not have shootouts with police or attack police. We, in fact, will have this war in court. The war that they have leveled against us. Trying to get me out of the house. Right, can't hear nothing here. I'm going to take care of it. So, Gary, you in?
I'll sit down for a second.
You want to sit down over here? You got to be in the video. We can turn this around for you.
No, sorry.
No? It's not film one? Come to next to me then. You can operate the phone. Thanks, guys. So here we go. The airband of the house. This is our airband. We ready, Em?
What's the song?
Should be on there. Is there anything on there? There we go, just have to press play and get it going. Here we go. Press play. Ready, Em? Much 11 seconds. Come on, Em. Ready or what? You ready? Come on, mate. Alright, go, let's go. Hang on. Got it. Want to play the tambourine? Thank you. That's just said everything I wanted to say. That song, even though we don't have any idea how to sing it, doesn't matter. The point is, the words were sung by the great Bob Dylan, and we merely drew attention to those words. That was our role. I think we've done quite well. What do you think, Tim?
I think so.
You think so? Would you like to have a few words on that?
I think we, despite not a lot of practice, I think we nailed it.
I think we did now. And also I want to ask, what's it like to be the first and only baseball bat guitarist in the world?
It's very,
in the airband, please.
it's very exciting. It comes with a lot of pressure, I will admit, but I think that it shows a lot of prosperity and strength.
Good on you, Till. That's a great word, prosperity. What about you, Gab? How do you enjoy being in that front seat there, front row seat?
I felt like I got VIP tickets to a concert.
That's man, that's awesome. That's awesome, children. What about you, Andre? As the mad drummer.
I'm just glad to be a part of it, and honestly, praise the Lord, because the Lord's the one that gives us the strength to do these things, and I just hope that my skill was sufficient for the Lord's
Amen.
eyes.
I mean, considering that we're not competing against men, we're up against angels who sing day and night in the temple of our God. That's what we're looking for. We're looking to get in there with them, so who cares what CD thinks? Or David Winfield? Or the Muppets around here, which is spiritually become Sodom and Gomorrah. Gomorrah being drawn, Sodom being horrible. And for proof of that, we can give you a link about the police sodomising the wives of Commission House people and selling benefits. and destroying families and murdering children, like Gabrielle, St. Gabrielle here. However, God has flipped the script for us, and we owe him all the glory because he's turning it around. He's given us the Temple of Doomsdale. He's given us the Order of St. Gabby. He's given us a real living saint, Gabrielle, and Tilly, and the boxing kangaroo Ruby, and MJ, who's probably just going to be a Mick Jr., which is fine too. It's pretty cool. So, thank you. Just want to say that we're at the end of our service now. We're actually running overtime, so we might finish with a song and then a prayer. Thanks, everyone. We'll add more to this next week. We will be exposing and naming names, because that's Cody does it. And I just want to mention Cody at Truth Triumphant Ministries, who works with Bill Hughes. He names names, so we will name names. And also Walter White at. MJ, you want to talk about that for a second? The latest? Well, he did Bibles. Everyone catch MJ's Bible Sabbath lesson where he talks about what's up, Prof. Episode what, Em?
78.
Episode 78.
Yeah, they're crossing into Jordan or off Jordan. His latest episode came out 3 days ago. I encourage everyone to watch it.
Well done. Thanks, MJ. Thanks, everyone. Gabby, anything you'd like to say before we break for the last song and then break? Sorry?
I've really enjoyed the service today.
Do you want to say a few words about Nan's disgraceful behaviour and how it's affected you guys to think that we're back at it again? We're back Wars of Bonus once again.
It's just really heartbreaking to not only be a victim of, but have to witness firsthand the other victims of such treatment. So, yeah, very disappointing, very heartbreaking.
What would you like to say then, people, if they bother to watch, which I doubt any of them have the courage to do?
I encourage you to search your heart and just try to not be like these people who do not fear God nor try to live a good life.
Thank you, St. Gabrielle. Thanks for being the star of our church. You are the reason that we have a church. Also, the church. We have an order now, thanks to you, the Order of St. Gabrielle, because you're a virgin and you keep the 10 Commandments of God and you have the faith of Jesus. And Nan hasn't got anything like that in her church of Satan. I'm going to keep the guitar on. Guitar. On. It may look like a broom, but it's not a broom. This is a guitar. You've heard it play. And that's an amplifier and speaker. So it's got a direct line to. Now, can I please have. What are we doing now? We're just doing a sing-along song?
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's get the tambourine. If I've got a tambourine there, guys. Alright, we're just going to stay there. We're going to sing. Is it better? Are you comfortable? Do you want to drink water? We can Gabby drink water for us too. What song are we singing now, mate?
We could do.
Final hymn.
Come on, we could do Silent Night.
Silent Dark Night. Do you want to do Silent Night, do you?
Yeah, I did.
Alright, Silent Dark Night. I don't know about that. What else we got? We're defending Jesus. We can do Old Rugged Cross, I think. On a hill, Stop. What number is it? 159. Sorry, I don't remember the number. 159. It's 159. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the hill. Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. It's good to do St. Gabriel, just for being a saint. That is the hardest job on the planet. Being a saint. And it's one that we do for Christ. You're the only one who has been able to be true and faithful in that calling that I've ever met in my life. From birth from womb to tomb. You've been a faithful saint, and I commend my hats off to you. I just think you're the most amazing human being on the planet. I know that for a fact. And we are blessed to have you in our church as our patron in the temple of Doomsday. Now, just want to say, people, we cannot lose this house. If we lose this house, then we've lost the temple of Doomsday. We've lost our footing at the graveside of Carol Doomsday, who is up in the cemetery. I'm pleased to announce that we're still waiting for the money to come in so we can pay for her tombstone, and then that's just going to be awesome. Then we'll be able to go there in front of the tombstone and have services as well, graveside services. Maybe one day we'll be there and she'll be resurrected. As Lazarus was to come forth. That's what I want to say today. Thanks everyone for coming. We'll end in prayer. It's been a hard week. Surely we must endure hardship and despise the shames because souls of the Lord Jesus Christ. I think we'll just leave it there, guys. Get into a prayer and maybe we'll be back next week if we're still here. If God's willing. May the grace be with us. I'm going to keep my air guitar on in case anyone's wondering what I'm doing. Which I know that they're not. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you, Lord, for our wonderful Sabbath service. And I pray you bless this church. You fulfill your words and promises to us Don't let anyone take our property away from us. Help us to win all court cases, Lord, for your glory, and destroy Satan in the person of his accusers in court, false accusers at that. So I pray that they are destroyed and we are not by their own doings, in Jesus' name. Your glory, Lord, and Gabby's fully healed, strengthened, and the rest of us are here to serve Gabby, your saint, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
That was let me hang up the guitar. I hate to do it, but some things just have to be done. It's one of them things. Come forth. Come forth. Gabriel, come forth. Gabriel. God bless you, Gabriel. Go in peace and take the gospel to all of the poor, to all the nations. Go in peace, Matilda, Saint Tilly, to love and serve the Lord. Oh. And finally, MJ.
Hey.
Go forward, good soldier.
Hey.
To love and serve the Lord.
Awesome sermon. I'll be here for next week.
Keep it flattery, mate.
I wouldn't,
Flattery's for the devil.
wouldn't miss it for the world.
Cheers, bro. Cheers. Have a great week. Tell Spirit. Thanks, good evening. This is Mark Archer. Signing out.
A big kid versus a little one.
Johnny, Kid Bill.
Yeah, a little one versus a big one.
Make sure you get to the top of the street. There's a cops go past. That's how you used to start out. See your name? That's your name. Cool. Couldn't care less. Make sure you get the cops driving past.
There you go, the police.
There you go. There's the police. Useless. Cops the flops. Cops the flops.